am Cass, and this is my food channel, Comfy Foods by Cass. I am making a light and fluffy Madeira cake. So let's get started. To make the Madeira cake, the ingredients are 150 grams of margarine or butter, 3/4 cup of castor sugar or refined sugar, 3 large eggs at room temperature, 1¼ cup of self-raising flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla essence or extract. You could also choose to use lemon essence or extract. So let's get started making the Madeira cake. You are going to need a 18 centimeter cake tin and some parchment paper, and you are going to cut it a nice size of it and line it for your pan. So we're going to put the cake batter on top of this parchment paper. Let's put that aside and let's begin. You need to preset your oven at 180 degrees Celsius in the meantime before we start making the cake mixture. I've just set my oven, so let's go ahead and add in the ingredients. You need a large mixing bowl. We are going to add our butter or margarine and our sugar. And then we are going to use a cake mixing machine, and we're going to cream our butter and sugar together. Once it reaches a creamy state like this, where the castor sugar is fully immersed in the butter or margarine, you can go ahead and add 1 egg at a time. So let's add the first egg in. Now we're going to add it into it and mix. Once it's fully incorporated into your cake batter, you are going to add the next egg. Okay, let's mix this in as well fully. Let's mix this egg fully into the cake mixture. And let's add the last egg. And let's add this into the mixture as well. At this stage, you will have a look and see it's a very pale yellow mixture. All right. Now we are going to add in our 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Or you can use lemon extract or lemon essence. You can decide. And let's switch on the machine. At this stage, you are going to smell the vanilla extract in the batter. The last thing we're going to add is our self-raising flour. So I'm going to add 1/2 of it into a sieve, and I'm going to sift it. We want to make it very light and fluffy, the batter. So you sift your flour a little at a time to get that light and fluffy batter. And you are going to start by putting your machine on a low setting. If it's too high, it's going to splash all over the place. You can increase it once it starts to get incorporated into the rest of the batter. Alright, so I'm picking up speed now. Let's add that in. Alright, let's add in the last part of it. You can also fold it in at this stage. Okay, to bring out that light and airy texture. So you're going to gently fold it in. With a very light hand, fold it in. You don't want to mix it too much. You're going to lose the light and fluffiness of it. That's why I stopped using the machine for the second batch. It should not be overdone. Alright, now we are going to transfer it into our cake pan or tin. You want to spread it evenly across your cake tin. So that when it bakes evenly. We're going to tap it a few times to let out some air bubbles. Now let's transfer it to our oven that's just been heated. We are going to cook it for about at least 40 to 45 minutes or until it's golden brown. So let's bake that in the oven now and get back to it after a while. It's 35 minutes. Don't be scared to try and see if it's already done because every oven setting is different. So let's open the oven and let's check. This is how it looks at present. Let's put a toothpick into it. You can put a toothpick or a skewer and see if it is fully cooked. If the toothpick comes out dry, then you know the cake is done. So we are going to leave it to rest for 15 minutes and then we are going to cut into it. It's about 15 to 20 minutes. The Madeira cake has cooled off. Let us lift it from the cake pan and we're going to put it onto a plate. You can peel it off. So once it's peeled off, we can add it onto our plate. So that is how the Madeira cake looks. I've added some glazed cherries and you can have it with a hot cup of tea, a cappuccino. You can slice it, you can add fresh cream, you can add butter on it and eat it. So that's my light and fluffy Madeira cake. I hope you enjoyed viewing this video on my channel, Comfy Foods by Cass. Like, share and subscribe.